Welcome to the Roofing Exteriors Influencer Series. I'm Chief Editor Rachel Williams. Throughout the series, we'll be bringing you video interviews filmed during the International Roofing Expo from key thought leaders. On this episode, I'm speaking with Ken Kelly, who is president of Kelly Roofing. Ken, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So one of the things that I wanted to start with is something that you have spoken on in the past, which is the need for construction to go green. What advancements have you seen in the area of sustainable products?
Sure. So I think it's important that we go green because our customers are going to require that from us. So some of the things that we can do right off the bat without raising our price to the customer or really changing what we do is just simply offering a lighter colored roof system. We know that reflectivity is a big deal, and if you have a product that's also high in emissivity, which is the ability for it to release its heat, well, that helps not transfer heat down into the building, ultimately helps save electricity because we're not running our air conditioning as much. And because it is a lighter color, it's more sustainable just from the effect that we don't have to replace it as frequently. It will last longer. And ultimately, that is the definition of sustainability and being responsible in the green movement.
Great. Along those lines, what can contractors be doing to reduce job site waste?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, there are roof systems available that are inherently less wasteful or can be recycled. So for instance, on the low slope side, PVC or polyvinyl chloride is 100% recyclable. Metals are all recyclable. So if I'm putting on a metal roof and I have trim pieces that I know I need to cut in order to make that panel fit, being able to bring that back, recycle it, is actually a great way to reduce job site waste, even though we're not actually utilizing it there on site. What a lot of people don't realize is over 5% of all of the garbage and debris that goes into landfills in the United States is actually roofing products. So the less we can ship in that direction, the more that we can reuse or use on site, the better. Another example is, let's go back to the low slope side. If you can partner with a manufacturer who makes the roof to order, well, there is no waste because each section is made specifically for that size. So the material that we ordered fits exactly and there is no waste.
Okay. Well, that's great to keep in mind the footprint that we have. So switching tracks a little bit, how would you advise professionals to make the leap from paper to digital? Because I know that's something that you are an expert in as well.
Well, we made the transformation years ago, and fortunately we've been a Microsoft partner for quite some time, and they've been very good at innovating the space. And here's what I would say. It's more than just picking a platform that works or an area of your company that you're going to make that transformation on. It's actually more about user adoption. Because if we have these great tools and no one uses them and they try to fall right back into the way we've always done it, well, that's not going to help your transformation to digital. So start easy. A perfect one would be contracts and documents related to what we would need to know in the field in order to produce the roof. So back in the old days, we'd have these job files and we'd make copies of the contract, the job photos, a purchase order, a pay sheet, those type of things. Well, today that can all be digital. So why not just turn it into a PDF file, email it to your supervisors or your crew leaders, and let them refer back to that email whenever they have questions about the job. There's no paper involved. And what's really great about that is if you're getting them to use their cell phones a little bit more, you know, with everybody having a smartphone, it's really easy to take pictures throughout the day as the project is progressing. And then if you have a smart app, well, then you can just forward those on to the customer. We can also take those same photos, upload them into our CRM or ERP system, and now we have a permanent record of everything that's going on. And you know, we used to write these job site reports every day so that we can communicate back to the customer the progress of the project. We could also retain that information for records if there was ever an issue down the road. Well, today, pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? So you don't need to spend a lot of time dictating out the steps of what happened during that day. All you have to do is take a photo. They have meta tags, so you know that it was taken at that location. They have a date and time stamp, so now you don't have to write anything down. Just simply take a photo. And if you really want to crank it up a notch, a video works too, because those can be narrated and they're more visual even than photos.
Great. Well, this video series is aiming to follow your advice, so thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.